Bars.
Live from the Windy C Radio studio in the shops at Iverson, this is the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WindyCRadio.com, the Windy C Radio app, Facebook Live and YouTube Live on the Windy C Radio pages, and of course, it's all powered by GoWin.media.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, and everybody in between. Welcome to another action-packed episode of Bars. Right here with your man AJ Throwback. Got TT in the building.
Good morning.
How you feeling this morning?
Feeling good.
Yeah. You know, we the no sleep crew. You know what I'm saying? Neither one of us got a lot of sleep last night. You know what I'm saying? But different reasons. But you know, we here, we ready. And it's about to be a great show today. As advertised, we have Kenithia Alson. As we talked about last week, she is the mother of Marquise Alston, who was shot and killed last June by MPD officers. And we're going to be talking to her about the progress of that whole situation since last June. What has happened since then, what has not happened since then, what should have happened. And also, they'll be having a vigil for Marquise tonight. We'll be talking to her about that as well. And that's at 11:15. At 12 o'clock, we will have Rone Train coming in to talk to them about their Grays album and also their upcoming show at the Rock and Roll Hotel on July 6th. But for the time being, we're going to go ahead. We're not going to waste too much time. We're going to go ahead and get into the music. This is AP Fresh with 100 Piece on the official Hump Day Motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars.
They said he looking for me where this at. If I front you 100 piece, you better bring 200 back. Called the gossip, hang up on him, no respect for that. Text me, she miss me, Curtis. I ain't texting back.
Ever since a youngin', I knew I was different. Cause I had all the money, I had all them. I pull up in the Thundy with a fifth of liquor. And I stayed up in the range. You know my aim terrific. How you a boss? You ain't never took a loss. And don't ever leave me round your I'm Mr. Get them draws. And I'm always riding with that stick. I'm Mr. The law. Fake, I started clapping. That's a big round of applause. I know this ain't no sprint, it's a marathon. Killed that Nipsey. Told me never leave my gun at home. Knock your chips, stay out the way. Cause hate to see you roll. Killing every beat, but they won't listen till you dead and gone. She told me that she only deal with real. I told her she in love cause I'm a oxy heel. And I ain't flexing, baby, I'm just being real with you. Somebody touch me, then somebody getting killed. They said he looking for me where this at. If I front you 100 piece, you better bring 200 back. Call the gossip, hang up on him, no respect for that. Text me, she miss me, Curtis. I ain't texting back. Ever since a youngin', I knew I was different. I grew up with no father, I ain't even miss him. If you come from where I come from, it's real specific. We name our guns 2 double nines, they talented and gifted. How you a killer, you ain't never pulled the trigger. If you did it, was some suckers like hating on it. Turn myself into a brand, I'm chasing 7 figures. Do my dirt all by my lonely, I don't need no co-defendant. She told me that she only deal with real. I got a GC shooter, call him Bradley Bill. And I ain't flexing, baby, I'm just being real with you. Somebody touch me, then somebody get. Look.
You say you looking for me, where you at? If I don't get 250 cents, I'm gon' get the strap. Call the gossip, hang up on him, never call him back. Text me, she miss me, I'm too busy, I can text you back. Shorty say she only deal with real. I guess it's in love cause I'm a oxy heel. I ain't flexing, baby, I'm just
Salute kings and queens. This your man Villadom, aka Mr. Briefcase. And y'all now rocking with my man AJ Throwback on bars. The official hump day motivation for the DMV and beyond. Only on Win DC Radio. Power.
Let's go. Here goes 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4. How many shots can I take? Mo? 4 shots, 3 shots, 2 shots, 1. Shoot down like a loaded gun. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4. How many shots can I take? Mo? 4 shots, 3 shots, 2 shots, 1. Shoot down like a loaded gun. I just stay whipping in the kitchen. Time's up. Time to do the dishes. I don't give about decisions. Watch me go and get it with precision. PSA, I beat the game. See the wave in the streets. I call the play. We misbehave. Talk. Both. I'm bout it. If you hate it, I love it. The man up. Tell these pipe down. I'm so hot. I don't hear a sound. Temper, mother. There is no other. Rising to the top, don't plan to come down. Cat 5, I'ma take down. At your neck, how you like me now? Guillotine, know you like your face down. Here goes 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4. How many shots can I take? Mo? 4 shots, 3 shots, 2 shots, 1. Shoot, she's down like a loaded gun. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4. Can I take Mo? 4 shots, 3 shots, 2 shots, 1. Shoot down like a loaded gun. Now that I got your attention, hold up, did I forget to mention? Friends come and go like little kids at Disney, and I cut them off like Spears, Britney. So I break up y'all, running at the mouth, but I'm about to take off. Hold the sideline while I jab them, close. Death, Joe. I give them all the business. Got something to prove, been all up in the trenches. In the game while you steady riding benches. I exterminate, liquidate, ginger. That means you can choke, honey. The butt of all jokes, but ain't fun. Winning this race, energizing. Fun. Stay taking shots, just call me. Here goes 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4. Many shots can I take? Mo? 4 shots, 3 shots, 2 shots, 1. Shoot down like a loaded gun. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 shot, 4. How many shots can I take? Mo? 4 shots, 3 shots, 2 shots, 1. Shoot down like a loaded gun. Now clear it out. Now clear it out. Now clear it out. Show 'em what you all about. Show 'em what you all about. Now clear it out. Now clear it out. Now clear it out. Show 'em what you all about. Show 'em what you all about. Let's go. Let's go. Show 'em what you all about. Show 'em what you all about. Now clear it out.
Somebody tell you he hot, man. You know everybody hot now, Slim. He fish grease.
That's how we feel about this track right here. This is the Fish Grease Pick of the Week, only on bars, on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Class but never paid attention. Fresh paper, number 2 pencil. Busy writing rhymes, staring out the window. I can see myself on billboard pictures. Little kid, but with a lot of vision. Single home, 1 television. I would wash the dishes, tell my little sisters I'ma make it one day in the music business. Grew up listening to Salt and Pepper, Roxanne Shante, and a couple others. Whatever happened to women and substance? Nowadays, only a couple others. So I fill my cup up with plenty of it. Double up, they say it's all or nothing. I was born with nothing, did a lot of struggling. So before I go, I'ma accomplish something. time, just a minute more, not a second less. All the mother went and took a rest, but these queens went and took it left. For these bars, you gon' need a rest, cause these bras are some lethal weapons. That's 9 on the beat. Got Roddy MC, Queen. We bomb when you know warning, so keep calm when you speak. No, set it off with a bang. We bout to murder the gang. Whether you heard of me or not, I'm making sure niggas remember the name. So hot I flicker the flame. Coco, they say I'm sick in the brain. Me and you, we not the same. I'm in a whole nother lane. Say what you wanna, but you wanna pull me, I hit you. What's up with them things? That's when you know I ain't playing. What the fuck is you saying? Now that's dope. Yeah, now that's dope, nigga. Yeah, now that's dope, nigga. Yeah, now that's dope.
On I hate waiting, ain't I impatient? You mistakenly thought I was a rookie. I'm Gary Payton. My career to stand still. Feel like I've been blanking. I'm just saying I ain't delirious. I don't take nothing too serious.
Oh, now we rapping. Trina got me on my Kenilworth. A hungry artist, I eat a rapper for dinner first. I watch my circles, the energy and the inner worth. This game is sinister, that's why I call her minister. Hello? Remember her? The one that gave you battle rapping fanny packs. Watch the win awards on my accord. I want my Grammy back. Hand me that, give them what they want. It's 5 o'clock, hit up nonchalant. Like this for the city, for the dreamers, for the have-nots. The underdogs with big paws, I'm the mascot. Don't worry about the destination or the last stop. Hey, you ain't know we been dope, go play the last drop. Yeah, now that's dope, nigga. 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 Hey, yo. I wanna ask a few questions. Will there be more sessions of you dropping blessings or? Killing me with these 21 questions. I will kill like 21 sessions. That will give you 21 blessings. That will teach you 21 lessons. That my lyrics always gon' have a higher percentage of some relevance. Yours narcoleptic, lazy, lack intelligence. No hate though, really wanna connect you dum-dum just like you Legos. In the meantime, kill so many more micro pesos. Cause hypothetical privileges got me all on my biblical. Nonchalant, you so lyrical. That is why we be feeling you. Flatline, nah, where the hell you been? Hate that line. Check 1, 2 on the mic, hit flames on the food, then make me that line. Flatline, another dead mic and I wake up the nonchalant. I did at my hiatus, so you listening to the greatest, baby. Yeah, now that's dope, nigga. 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 I'm so, I'm so, I'm so, I'm so, I'm so.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That was Nonchalant featuring Roddy MC and Kenilworth Katrina with Ratrina 9 with our Fish Grease Pick of the Week People's Choice Edition winner. Before that, we had Lonnie with Shots, who was a contender. Just missed the mark, but she was in the mix anyway. And starting off the set, we had AP Fresh with 100 Piece. We are expecting our first guest of the day, Miss Kenithia Alson, to call in. So, Kenithia, if you can hear me, you can call right back. I'm ready for you whenever you're ready to call. But appreciate everybody who's tuned in on Facebook Live. I see my man ADST Music, representing also ADST Media, a man of many talents. And we have our special guest calling in. So 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Kenithia, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey,
good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview today.
Thank you so much for having me and allowing me this opportunity.
Absolutely. So I wanted to start off because a lot of times when you have stories like these, tragic stories like these, what gets lost in the shuffle are the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, who are the people? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times it ends up boiling down to a hashtag. So what I want you to do for everybody is to, first and foremost, start off by letting everybody know what kind of person, like growing up, becoming a man, like what kind of person is it Marquise or Marquise? I don't want to mispronounce his name.
So it's Marquise.
Marquise, okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, so I
And
just want, yeah.
So for Marquise, during his formative years as he grew up, there's three very important things that stand out to me as a person. Marquise was very personable and detailed. He was very intellectual and inquisitive.
Okay.
And he was always aware of his family support. And so one example in regards to him being very personable and detailed with his love and affection was that whenever he felt that I was experiencing any distress in my own personal life as a single mother, he would always extend hugs to me and verbally express his love to just simply know that he was there for me, that he could see my hurt, that he could see my struggle. And he did things like helping out with the chores a lot.
Yeah.
Another thing that Marquise, with his personal appearance, he loved to stay very well groomed and loved to share his like family member clothes. And so what he would do in particular was he would always try to squeeze his feet into his older brother's shoes. Anthony is his older brother.
Okay.
And he would wear his clothes sometime and then try to put them back and act as if though he never wore them. So yeah.
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 Yeah. So that's
school-wise for Marquise, he was very fundamental in his courses, got good grades, was a popular kid. He loved to talk. He loved to debate. He strived to be the best he could be in school. Mm-hmm. He grew up in a Christian faith. He assisted, we grew up in Union Temple Baptist Church.
Okay.
He assisted with the AV ministry. He was a Sunday school student. And even as he became an adult, he even continued to sought after his own spiritual development.
Okay. That's good. That's really good. That's really good. So, he sounded like a really dynamic young man, Sound very dynamic.
Yeah.
So what kind, because I know he had a daughter. Lyric is her name?
Yes. Beautiful Lyric.
So what kind of father was he, and what was their relationship like?
Absolutely. So Marquise was a devoted, loving father. His daughter is now 3 years old. Her name is Lyric Marche. He would do things like, so Marquise was released in March, and so he was able to develop a bond with her during the 3 months prior to his death. So some of the things that he would do with her was he provided full-time care for her as he was looking for jobs. And when he would go and look for jobs and even go to his community supervision appointments, he would actually take Lyric with him. Mm-hmm. I even have some pictures of those. And he would say things to me when he would write me and when he would speak to me about Lyric, and he'll say things like, "Yes, Mom, that's my baby girl. I'm slow with her. I'm patient with my daughter. I take my time with her, realizing it's not a rush, Mom. It's just a growing process. She's just a baby."
Yeah. I'm sure that, just kind of watching him, like after raising him for so long and then watching him and his process with his own daughter, I'm sure that was a very just surreal kind of moment in a lot of ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you alluded to it just now in terms of, and I was going to ask you about that in terms of when he did, he had a 30-month sentence that he had to serve?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was going to ask you in terms of the adjustment period, what types of things he was trying to do in those 3 months before his death.
So Marquise served that under the Youth Rehabilitation Act.
Okay.
Of course, which was not emphasized. He was very aware of what he did, which was he did something to his friend. Mm-hmm. And of course, he admitted that was not right and was willing to do his time and then, of course, come out into the community and be a better person. Whenever he wrote to me, he always expressed his remorse. He always expressed the learning experience that he had while he was away. once he came home, he would always emphasize to me the importance of getting a substantial employment, not just any job, but substantial meaning benefits so that he could provide for his daughter, health care, and a job to where he could move from the environment that he had to be in prior to him being killed, so that he could have a place and a home for him and his daughter.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that's important. I mean, a lot of times, what gets lost in the shuffle when it comes to, you know, when people have situations like that happen, like, you know, with him having that case, is the process of like really trying to turn things around, and how difficult it can be to turn things around in a lot of those situations. Because I mean, unfortunately, how society looks at convicted felons, convicted misdemeanors is, especially when you're black, is that there's an automatic stigma put into place. There's an automatic assumption that, you know what I'm saying, like you're gonna continue to mess up, especially in a situation like, now I don't know the details of what happened in that case, but knowing more or less what happened, a lot of times it's you're walking around with a target on your back,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As if you can't change, or as if I was a child and I did childish things, and as I become older, now I'm going to be responsible and take ownership and do wise things.
Right. So, segueing into what happened, but before we get there, I want to talk about the picture that is actually on the picture that you sent me. That's on the promo flyer, and
yes.
The story behind that picture. I want you to kind of like let everybody know, like, what's the significance of that picture.
So that picture on that flyer means so much to me because Marquise was killed on Tuesday, June 10th. No, I'm sorry, June 12th. Mm-hmm. That picture was taken on June 10th, Sunday, June 10th.
Yeah.
I had Marquise's daughter, my granddaughter, for the weekend. And on June 10th, I took her back home to Wayne Place, where he was killed. And when Marquise came out to get Lyric from me from the car, I said, "Hey, Marquise, why don't you get in? Let's get in a picture. Let's do a picture together, because I don't have a picture of just the three of us together." He's like, "Mom, there you go again. There you go with the pictures again. Come on, Mom."
Yeah.
I said, Marquise, just take the picture, boy. So he just kind of, I don't know if you can kind of really see, but he just kind of kneeled kind of in the car with us, like, I ain't really feeling this, but all right, since my mother asked, I'm going to do it.
Right.
So that's what he did. We took it, and never would I have known that picture would be of such significance to me, being the last time that I saw my son alive.
Right. Yeah, I mean, just when you sent me that in the email, I was just like, wow. Like, I really hate hearing stuff like that, because it's one of those situations where you never know when it could be the last time that you see somebody that you love, that you care about, especially in your situation. That's your son, you know what I mean? And so, like, knowing that was the last picture that you take with him, it's heartbreaking. It really is heartbreaking.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So go over for our audience, like, and I know it's probably going to be difficult. I know it's difficult just to talk about this situation, period, because it's 1 year since it happened. But I want you to let everybody know, like, in terms of when you received the word about everything, like all the details that you were told, and like, what was your gut feeling about everything, like, once you were told what you were told about what allegedly happened in the situation?
Okay. So, and please know, I have gotten all of this information via social media, and what the news broadcast has allegedly stated. So from my understanding, what took place was, at least two MPD officers, them being from the gun task unit. They pulled up onto Wayne Place and First Street, Southeast, and they said that the guys look hot. And in particular, they were referring to my son, Marquise. And so as they got out or jumped out on the young men, because Marquise was with some other gentlemen, they began to run. When they ran, Marquise was included, and that's when the officers began to fire. From my understanding, Marquise was shot 15 times in the back and about the body as he ran. Witnesses stated within the community that were there, stated that my son never fired a gun. After Marquise was shot, from my understanding, his body laid on the ground without any life-saving efforts administered to him.
Wow.
The ambulance didn't come until an hour later. Then immediately after the shooting, of course, the community became in a huge uproar because, of course, what the chief of police and what the officers were allegedly stating, which was that my son fired a handgun at the police, and which was their reasoning for firing fatal shots that killed Marquise. There's videos all over social media outlets, including ANC Regina Pixley's page and Councilmember Trayon White's page, that reflects all of the tension that was happening between the community and MPD.
Yeah, because I know that Chief Newsham, he had a particular, if you want to even call it an initiative, that was targeted at Ward 8 in terms of, I'm trying to find the quote. I think it was from, I want to say it was in the article that you sent me. Let's see. It said, where did I put it? Saturation patrol effort targeting guns and repeat offenders. And the problem with situations like that, especially in our communities, whether you're talking about Ward 8 or whether you're talking about any predominantly black community, is that a lot of times it's very arbitrary. Like they just a lot of times will target somebody even if there's no reason to even target them. You know what I'm saying? If they they're living a peaceful life, they're trying to do what they can to be productive members of society. They just run records a lot of times. That's all they do. You know what I'm saying? They'll run plates and then they'll run records. And then it's like, okay, let's try. A lot of times with the police, especially in this climate, it's not about really peaceful situations. A lot of times they're the ones who escalate the situations, but our children and our bodies, we end up being the victims in those situations. You know? So just like reading that particular article in the Post from I think it was last Friday, and seeing that like the police saying one thing, but everybody else's accounts is saying something totally contradictory. You know, it's really disheartening.
You
know,
absolutely.
Yeah, really disheartening. Yeah.
And then even with the official notification from MPD, they've only given me one formal notification, which was they came to my home the day after the incident, and they came about 1:45 p.m. and the only words they stated were, "We are here to notify you of an incident that occurred on yesterday. Are you Kenithia Alson? Can you identify your son?
Wow.
Your next step is to phone the DC medical officer, and they can tell you if your son is there.
Yeah.
Goodbye." That was it.
Wow. I mean, just really cold and callous.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no sensitivity. And that's the problem in a lot of these situations as well. It's not enough sensitivity toward the families in these situations and what they have to deal with hearing news like that like their son or their daughter is gone, because of a quote unquote incident, So, yeah. One second, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, another thing. Since we're kind of along the lines of how they responded to the situation,
Okay.
the body cam footage. In this, you know, in this day and age, like when it comes to these situations, they'll turn their body cams off, or there'll be something wrong with the body cams, or in this particular situation, they'll delay actually releasing the footage. The thing is, they can and should release the footage to the families and even the public. But I was reading an article in the LA Times from 2017 talking about how a lot of police departments, they don't even release the footage until the investigation is over, and a lot of times we know what that means. They'll delay the investigation as long as they possibly can until it's something like they edit the footage, or they can't find the footage, or the body cam was turned off. You know, all of these different excuses that go on. So I wanted to, you know, like talk to you about the lack of response that you've received in terms of the repeated requests that you and the family have made to get the body cam footage from this whole incident. You've lobbied to the mayor's office, the U.S. Attorney's office, and MPD's general counsel. So, like, I mean, have you received any response from any of these entities?
No response.
Wow.
I submitted my first formal submission to ask what happened and to see the body camera footage was on November 30th. I submitted that to the mayor's office. I've gotten no response.
Wow.
I sought out an attorney afterwards, and we submitted a request to the U.S. Attorney's Office, which is who MPD referred us to. U.S. Attorney's Office has not responded. We in turn were referred back to MPD General Counsel, which we were dealing with Assistant General Counsel Brenda Wilmore of MPD. She's yet to respond to my attorney's written request as well.
Wow. That's, I mean, you know, pardon my language. I mean, that's piss poor. You know, like that's utterly unacceptable that in a situation as charged, and especially in this climate, that to receive no response at all, that's, I feel like that's criminal. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I mean, the families in these situations, you know, want to have some kind of feeling like, okay, justice is moving in the direction of my son or my daughter or my husband, or, you know, or my wife, or whoever the victim may be, you know, whatever the relationship is. They want to be able to feel like, okay, this system isn't as bad as I think it is, or as I assume it is, because of the history of what has gone on in this country, especially when it comes to black and brown people, you know. So, you know, just to just not receive any response. I mean, that's insensitive, it's disrespectful, and to me, it's injustice. And I mean, at its highest form, you know. Yeah. So
and it shows a lack of unaccountability.
Right. Agreed. Also wanted to know if you've had any organizations like Black Lives Matter, Black Youth Project 100, Stop Police Terror Project DC, like any organization along these lines who have reached out to you to try to help and maybe facilitating even more pressure on these entities in order to get this body cam footage released.
Yes, I have. And so once I decided to go public with this, with seeking help from the community about 2 weeks ago, support has been so awesome, magnificent, and I'm so very grateful to those such as Lawful Black Lives DC,
okay, Movement
for Black Lives DC, Thurgood Marshall Civil Rights Center at Howard University School of Law,
okay,
Coalition of Concerned Mothers, Those are just some of the organizations that have started to help me out in this process, and I definitely know that there's going to be some others that come on board too.
Yeah, I'm sure, because I mean, a situation like this, I mean, you definitely want to have as many people behind you as possible, because the more support that you can get, they're going to realize, like, look, we need to move on this. And we've seen a lot of situations where it does take a while before governments, they move, or police departments, and they move, and they like, okay, we gotta speed this up, because it's like we got people at our door, we got people constantly protesting, we got people constantly writing letters, so we have to do something now. And it's unfortunate that it has to come to that, but when it comes to justice for our people, that's often how it happens. It's like immense pressure has to happen in order for them to take us seriously. So I wanted you to talk about the 1-year vigil that you're having tonight for Marquise at Blind Wino. Like what exactly, in terms of being a year removed and having everybody there in support, what is the thing that you really want to accomplish with this vigil tonight?
So my primary focus and goal for the vigil on this thing is to allow the community to be aware of what has happened, which is that I have formally made requests to this city that we live in, that we serve, and I have received no response. And so I'm asking the community if they can help me with whether that's making calls to Attorney General office, Carl Racine, to demand that they release the body camera footage, whether that's writing letters to his office. I'm asking for that support. I'm asking for you to stand with me, stand behind me, stand in front of me. I need your support so that I can continue to understand and know what happened to my son. Why was he killed?
Yeah. And then you also have a T-shirt fundraiser going on right now as well, as a means to support the family and I'm sure like raise even more awareness to everything that's going on. So let everybody know what's going on with the T-shirt fundraiser.
Yes, so T-shirts will also be on hand this evening at the visual. The visual will be at 7 o'clock. We have Black Lives Matter T-shirts, and the vendors that created those T-shirts, Unities, they've included my son's name within the names of all those that have experienced death due to police brutality. The T-shirts are $20, and in order to access that, you can email me at Kenithia, Kenithia, @gmail.com, and I can definitely extend more information to you. Or you are welcome to come to the visual, and I'll have shirts on hand for you.
All right. And the one last thing, or two last questions. One's gonna come from me, and one's gonna come from TT. So. The last question I wanted to ask you was, for you, what does the proper amount of justice? I mean, the sad part is that there's no amount of justice that will bring Marquise back. But for you, what does justice truly look like?
For me, justice truly looks like being able to have access to the body camera footage to reveal truth and what happened, knowing the officer's name who actually killed my son, and then being able to go forward, whether that's a formal complaint, a lawsuit, whatever that looks like, but that's what justice for Marquise looks like for me.
Okay. Yeah. And that's, I think in a situation like this, there's only but so much that you can expect realistically, knowing how a lot of these cases turn out, unfortunately. So just knowing the information, knowing what happened, especially given what I'm sure your gut feeling is about it, what the eyewitnesses' accounts about the situation were. Yeah, I know that will at least give you some semblance of peace. I mean, there's nothing that will bring him back, but just knowing that it's like, okay, I know my son, and I know the type of person he is. I know he wouldn't have done what the police are saying they did, that he did, you know. So,
and also, I'm sorry, just add to that, justice primarily so that I can be able to tell his daughter Lyric when she stands before me to say, G-Ma, what happened to my daddy? Did you do anything to know the truth of what happened to my daddy? Right. That's what it boils down to. That's it right there.
There it is. There it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. TT, you got the last question?
Yes. How you doing? I wanted to ask you, if the police that killed your son was sitting in front of you, what would you say to them?
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Is it because of a job? Why?
Yeah. It's not a lot. I mean, in that situation to say, yeah. You know, just why? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Kenithia, I want to thank you so much for extending your time this morning in such what I'm sure is a very difficult day for you. And you know what I'm saying, I will definitely see you at the visual later this evening. And you know, however we can utilize our platform to support you in all of your efforts. You know, you have my support. However I can, you know, promote, however I can let people know, raise awareness to this situation, and you know, drum up even more support, drum up even more pressure. You know, I got your back. So
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to share with the community. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, and thank you once again. And like I said, I'll see you later this evening at the vigil.
I'll see you at 700 Delaware Avenue Southwest at the vigil.
All right. And I'll also let everybody know the information as well.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, no problem.
All right. Bye-bye.
See ya. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again, that was Kenithia Alson, mother of Marquise Alston. I'll be providing more information on our Instagram page in terms of the vigil, as well as the T-shirt fundraiser that I want to say it's on Google if I'm not mistaken, but I'll provide all of the information for everybody. We're going to go ahead and take a musical break, quote unquote, pay bills, and we have our second guest in the building, Rone Train. You know what I'm saying? Patiently waiting. Can't wait to talk to these brothers right here. So we're going to go ahead and get into this Contagious by Vontae right here on the official Hump Day Motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars.
How would you feel if you were innocent but sentenced to life? Too many getting killed over stereotypes. How many years we gotta struggle, sick of getting beat down? How many niggas gotta suffer headshot to the ground? I know the hate that's in your heart, you wanna see us fail. You want your ignorance and everything you do to prevail. You want your white skin to be another excuse for your wrongs. Probably thinking shut the fuck up, then you turn off the song. I know your president ain't hesitant to make you feel great, but his belligerence and ignorance is what we can't take. He wants the power and respect for you to stand and applause. There's a reason for the season, so I'm trusting in God. And every black man ain't carrying around a gun, and every black man ain't ran from his son, and every black man wanna speak up for his rights, and every black man has the right to live his life. How does it feel to be racist? It must be contagious, 'cause the world is gone crazy. How does it feel to be racist? salty and your heart full of hate. Why can't you take responsibility for the mess that you make? We want you held accountable for everything that you do. Instead of trying to put the blame on everybody but you. You wanna use your social status, try to make us feel small. You wanna paint this perfect picture, you ain't Vincent Van Gogh. I wanna see a better future and all my niggas to shine. I want a life without us fearing that one day we gon' die. Cause we done been through hell and back and we done been through the pain. Took a couple 100 years just to get out them chains. Trying to build a better future for my niggas to grow. I'm trying to lead a better path and let the whole world know. And every black man ain't carrying around a gun. And every black man ain't ran from his son. And every black man wanna speak up for his rights. And every black man has the right to live his life.
How does it feel to be racist?
How does it feel?
It must be contagious. Cause the world is gone crazy.
The world's gone crazy.
How does it feel to be racist?
How does it feel?
It must be contagious. Cause the world is gone crazy.
Hey, come sit down with me, let's talk it out. So I can better understand what you talking about. I want to understand your mental, try to make you reflect. I want the answer to my question, that's with no disrespect. Cause I can put my pride aside and I can patiently wait. No, you don't like me, yeah, I see that f***ing smirk on your face. 40 acres in the mule, I'd rather die with respect. I'm sick of brothers dying and mamas carrying around all that stress. I wanna show my future kids, they look what daddy did. I'm trying to give a better future than what daddy lived. I want them trigger figures down, I know you hear me loud. I think I said enough, I wanna hear you now.
If you're an urban contemporary indie artist, then this is your platform. Send us clean versions of your music to balancingactradioshow@gmail.com. That's balancingactradioshow@gmail.com.
If you're tired of all of us dying, then let the beat sing for you. If you're tired of government lying, then let the beat sing for you. Pour out a bottle for all of us trying while the beat sings for you. No issues with crying, it sounds like a teacher but crying and sings for you. First let me tell ya I love you, my brother. It's hard but it's okay to smile. We drip hard enough not to drown in our sorrow with tears over flooding and now. We chilled every day, now we'll wait a while. Shift the graveyard with another pile. Paul Bearers carry her from church, but that ain't how she wanted to walk down the aisle. Rest in peace, when this peace gonna influence the rest. To play instruments of love and music instead of playing instruments of death. Too many sincerest condolences. Love is here, but we fear that it don't exist. It appears to be dark in the city again. The ER is litty again. The hearts of the city of men. Tell all our sons, put down the guns, let the beat sing for you. Kingdom will come, we all are one, let the beat sing for you. Tell all our sons, put down the guns, let the beat sing for you. Kingdom will come, we all are one, let the beat sing for you. This is more than we bargained for, this is hardcore. Overpaid all the cost of the art of war. A scavenger raving, no Baltimore. There's too many losses we sorry for. Keep on rocking, we slaves to the streets, ain't no cotton. We playing in the streets, got us laying in the streets. Now we slaying in the grave, we'll be plotting. Giving roses now while we can smell them. Who can hold them down when others fell them? The shooters with Rugers, they smokers, no hookahs. Straight food on the trees when you hell them. Distance between them, no wonder they're yelling. Say that you love her now while you can tell them. Building more bridges, the old ones keep burning. Count on our blessings amongst all the stresses and lessons keep learning. We be determined, tell our brothers love each other, cause all the loved ones will deserve them. And all of the time they've been serving, now it's time that we serve them. Let's sing for it. Let's sing for it. Let's sing for it. No, my brothers ain't heed to the warning. Would it ever be joy in the morning? Black people, the truth are joining. Four sides of the battle we're warring. Posing with straps is alluring. Cold sweat, blood drops steady pouring. We making it rain with the strippers. Morticians are tippers. Our bodies are stiffer. We're filled with embalming fluid. And we put our mamas through it. We expected it. Pills and pistols, you knew the effect of it. Never corrected it. Willie Lynch resurrected it. We accepted it. Everyone in black suits and black dresses. Black youth got used to black hexes. Get through the days, let us sing to you. If you want to give praise, let us sing through you. Rhythm and rhyme on the language to get through the times full of anguish. Take the harness off them. Pressure and heat made the hardest soften from the hardest coffin. If you seen death, let's take a poll. Maybe this song might save his soul. We've been under siege in a long storm. Communities grieving in song
for him, so let's sing for
Tell
you.
all our sons, put down the guns, let the beat sing for you. Kingdom will come, we all are one, let the beat sing for you. Tell all our sons, put down the guns, let the beat sing for you. Kingdom will come, we all are one, let the beat sing for you. Let the beat sing for your fathers, let the beat sing for your sisters, let the beat sing for your homies, let the beat sing for your mamas, let the beat sing for the aunties, let the beat sing for the uncles, let the beat sing for those standing proud, let the beat sing for the humble, let the beat sing for the children, let the beat sing for the traumatized, let the beat sing for the soldiers, and let the beat sing for the colonized, let the beat sing for the victims, let the beat sing for survivors, let the beat bang on the system, and let freedom ring for the riders.
Want to get down with the Bars Revolution? We're on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Bars On Air.
Find a place. Gotta get out of here somehow. Track.
Yo, night started so lit, out tripping with my getting fried in the mix. Standing at 5'6", too short, feeling I'm a player, getting at a chick. Game from my lips, regular events that I miss, hadn't done in a minute. Usually chilling like a villain, whip being drunk driven. On my way to an episode on stage, tearing up shows at different parts on the globe. Got them all saying what up though, from straight lace to cutthroat. So much hate, feel good to see love folks out flashing. Price fashion, the crew too, far-fetched reality not close in view. Moments undeniable, some crazy but I'm tied into. Seeming like forever, random situations falling through. I'm loving it, on a nightly basis I'm stuck in it. No matter how good or bad, I'm always interrupted with a voice yelling child. Cold sale, I'm back now, doing time in my dreams, the only way I can.
Only in my dreams, I can. Yeah, roll something, post something. Yeah. Trying to escape. Gotta get out of here.
It ain't going good how you like. Take patience and focus to get it right. Could anything be so simple in this hard life? Wish your one is far away, but it's in sight. You know it costs, hope you do is cover price. Another day, another struggle, hardly sleep nights. It's getting difficult on the stage. Somehow maintain reading as life steady flips a page. Between the lines, all kind of bullshit. Your story keeps a twist, unexpected, getting hectic, stress sits piling up, trying not to let that show. Comes with whatever grind, dog, it's strength to grow. No pain, no gain, that's reality though. Still on the job, overtime, it be seeming too slow. It gets to be draining, not blaming when you escaping. With a stuffed blunt in a filled up cup, just wanna
get up out of here, man. Finding a way. Get away from all this bullshit. Too much at the moment. Trying to dip off for a minute.
life dangers, living conditions unstable. The looks of love seen drawn at wrong angles. The fights back and forth with long cases. Low bank statements. Trump president outrageous. Yo, the white versus black country still so racist. Negative aroma so strong you can taste it. Mind, body, spirit. These wars got stages. Hateful, twisted nation forced to face with situations. Got us all escaping euphoric thoughts. Times tough to deal with. A bottle boy got big dreams. A mind that fiend to be reached. We all got our own belief and our life should be. Ain't where you should be yet. You wish you was. Some losing it, wishing that they never was. Gotta deal with incidents, no matter how they brung. What's done is done, but at this moment somebody run, trying to
get out, man. Trying to get away. It really ain't no running, though. Never lasts long, it's only temporary. Still gotta deal with the boy. Sometimes shout out to Maj. Finding a place to go where you used to lose it. I'm out.
More topics, more segments, more music means more bars. after this.
WinDC Radio brings to you the app. Yes, the app is now available on your Google Play and your App Store on your iPhone or your Android. Any of your pads that you might be using, be it if it's an iPad, iPad Mini, or if you have a Samsung Note, doesn't matter what you have, any mobile device, you can get the app so you can listen where you're at to WinDC Radio.
All I really wanna see is the I don't really need a D, I need the all I back need is a KC.
Hey, this is China Pink from the 2018 award-winning Best Radio Talk Show of the Year. Make sure you tune into the Ladies of the China Pink Talk Show each and every Sunday on WinDC Radio from 5 to 7. Make sure you check us out on Facebook Live and YouTube Live to hear our amazing show. We are also available for hosting events or parties. Please contact the China Pink Show at AOL.com for booking information. I'll catch you next Sunday at 5.
Hi, I'm Lisa Dove Washington. And I'm Andrea Riley. And we are your hosts for Girls Gabbing Radio Show. Tune in to Girls Gabbing Radio Show every Sunday from 7 to 8 p.m. on WinDC, powered by Go Win Media. Girls Gabbing wants to provide a platform for dreams, visions, and stories to thrive and grow. What's the gab? Tune in on Sundays to find out.
Foreplay the Orgasm Show. I am your host, Hot Toddy, along with the Turn Up team, Miss Lolly and Showtime. Foreplay the Orgasm Show is each and every Tuesday night from 8 to 10, bringing you the sexy slow jams with very adult interactive conversation, only on WinDC Radio.
Man, look, y'all already know what time it is. It's your boy, Gerard Street Garvey, and my DJ, Kid Cannon. And when we together, you know what it is. Grind Season Radio, each and every Wednesday from 8 to 10 on WinDC Radio. Don't forget it. Yeah.
We hope you didn't go too far. It's time for the second hour of the Balancing Act Radio Show, hosted by AJ Throwback, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Yes. Welcome to hour number 2, Bars. Right here with your man AJ Throwback, TT in the building, Rone Train in the building.
What's up?
What up? We even got the missus in the building, chilling in the background.
She over there grinding. She wanted to come and check on me.
Yeah.
She's my manager.
Oh, really?
No, she just manages my life.
No. Don't all the wives do?
The
good ones.
I didn't want to say it. You said it. I didn't say that. I want to go on the record. I didn't say that.
I said it. Okay,
cool. We got some fun today.
So welcome, brothers. How y'all doing this morning? This afternoon.
Good. I'm doing good.
Super good and getting better always.
Yeah. So, how did y'all become a duo? You know what I'm saying?
You want to tell them the real story, or do you want to tell them? Tell them the fake story first.
I'll tell them the real story because it sounds fake.
Okay.
So man, this goes back to like, when were you born? What year were you born?
1982.
So 1982, the story begins. And actually, so
I'll tag you on a baby picture.
So Train's mother is my godmother.
Okay.
So back in 1982, my mom and his mom were best friends. They still are best friends.
Wow, that's dope.
Since like high school.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so I've been schooling him since he was in the womb.
Mm-hmm. That's the fake part.
And actually, growing up, we always loved hip hop. He used to have a Fisher Price, the microphone, a little.
Yeah.
So we'd be in the bedroom spitting our little rhymes and our little flows, and
we made a little radio show.
Yeah, we made a little radio show.
It was like Jerome Rone, and I was Harmony Moan.
That's where that comes from. Okay.
That's where that came from. And we kind of always loved the mic and everything like that. And then I actually had went away. He went to college. I went away into the military.
Okay.
And when I got out of the service, I had did a little rapping while I was in there. When I got out, I was like, I want to try to do this.
Yeah.
So he was graphic designing.
Still am.
So I was like, let's, can you do my album cover and ask some of your friends if they can do the photographs and everything like that. So he pulled everybody together and we started working that way initially. And then I started thinking like, hold on, like he's dope on the mic.
Yeah.
Like why am I going like this alone? Like we need to team up and we need to do this together, do it the right way. Because we're really competitive. So we kind of feed off one another. So we kind of push each other.
He sucks.
So we kind of push each other. So
ain't got nowhere to battle rap, so you battle rap your family.
We used to battle rap for placements on songs.
Yeah.
Wow.
We used to battle to see who got the first verse, the second verse.
Yep.
So forth and so on.
Iron sharpens iron.
I like that.
Yeah. So it just kind of grew from there. It grew from there. We did a project. We kind of broke off and did some solo things. And then we decided to get back together. We had some unfinished business to do.
Yeah.
And we decided to do Grays.
Yeah.
Grays all day.
Yeah. Because y'all had different names before y'all came to Rone Train. Is that what I understand? Like,
think Rone Train like Red MF.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, my name is Night Train 357.
Right.
The government is Steve.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as cool as Night Train. The reason for that is my father's CB radio name. So after he died of congestive heart failure in the early 2000s, which kind of forces me to be healthy and and healthy eating to make sure I don't continue that trend.
Right.
But to pay homage to my father, which was also a bass guitar player, his CB radio name was Night Train 357. So since then, people have said, "Yo, Train." Yo, not they hip hop. It's like you can't have one name.
Right.
Right. Night Train 357. It's so long.
It is, but so's Royce the 5'9".
Fair point.
Right. Yeah. So I've always been wrong.
Yeah.
Now I have a bunch of aliases. But I've always been wrong.
I noticed that.
I've also been wrong for the most part.
Yeah.
I also went by Edgar Allan Vega, part writer / Street Fighter. Yeah. Mastermind. Big Rone. Small people call me Big Rone. Okay. Small people and old people, because old people don't got no filter.
Right, they never have a filter ever.
They have no filter. So.
Big Rone. Big Rone.
But yeah, so when we decided to do this project, just it kind of flowed off the tongue.
Okay.
So we kind of went Rone Train. But yeah, we both have the beautiful thing I like about us working together is we both have our own identity, and we both kind of do our own thing, but we have such great chemistry.
Yeah.
So when it's time to team up, and, and get together, things seem to work pretty good. Things seem to flow pretty good. So
yeah.
But he's family, so I still want to kill him most of the time. we fight we're family. We are family. We fight a lot.
Like sometimes there'll be other people in the studio. Sometimes
there'll be other people in the studio. You don't want to get quiet.
And like everybody be looking at us like they're about to swing on each other. Like, no, we're not gonna take it there. Like,
right? No.
So, and I love pushing people's buttons. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's terrible. He's terrible. Growing up, I remember one time we were kids, and I'm the only black guy who grew up in Peachey County who can't play basketball. So that's why I drew. This came on martial arts. I was compensating for the fact that I ain't never gonna have no cook shot, no Kevin Durant, no Allen Iverson, no nothing. So I remember one time we were playing a 2-person game. And he was bragging about how he could win the whole game with nothing but left hooks.
Wow.
Like left hook shots.
Yeah.
I had game like 75 pounds ago.
Yeah. And he did. And all I did was pass the ball.
Wow.
I was Scottie Pippen. It was great. And for one moment, I felt like I could be part of something.
Yeah.
Something important.
Yeah.
And I'm still carrying them to this day. So it works.
I just got a little bigger.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
So yeah.
So y'all alluded to it. Grades.
All day.
Yeah. So, explain to everybody the concept behind grades and how y'all came up with it.
Well, to add on to Rone's story, we started working on Grays as kind of a way to bring the band back. You know, our original group was called the LLC, Left Lane Committee. Ask us why we call it Left Lanes.
Why y'all call it Left?
Because we can't get right.
So
yeah.
So we kind of went up. Everybody went their separate ways, and you know, him and I are cousins. And he said we got some unfinished business, and so came to me after I dropped some other albums and said, you know, I would like to really work on this with you. And he was feeling this whole Blues Brothers vibe, where it was like, yo, we're bringing it back. Jake and Elwood, we getting out of jail.
Yeah.
We didn't go to jail. I didn't go to jail, except for that one night, which I wrote a song about. I like to hear it. Here it goes. But yeah, we did this joint together, and it was a lot of fun. And it just kept rolling and rolling and rolling. Before you knew it, I mean, we got some amazing producers we work with. Some of the songs that we have today were done by Blackheart. He's in Bowie. He's an incredible producer. Yeah. And ADST actually helped us out with a couple of tracks.
Who just said what up to y'all?
Yeah, what up ADST? Yeah, we yeah, I can't talk about it too much, but we working on something pretty special. And
I'm sure.
Yes. And but anyway, and then we just kind of melted all together. And then the final clincher to Grays was we working on a song, and we realized that it embodied the idea that we had gotten a little older, a little grayer. So that's literally what it means. And also talking about the gray areas in life. Right. So you realize as you get older that everything isn't as black and white as you thought it was. Right. You know?
Yeah.
It's grays.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's is there a mic I can drop? And that's it. Boom. Done. Deuces. I did the best interview ever. I'm out. I'm trying to be entertaining, man. Y'all, happy hump day, everybody.
Yes indeed. Look,
I'm wearing a hoodie because I got peanut head. I don't want to be like my peanut head.
He needs a haircut.
I do need a haircut.
You know what's funny is that one of our supporters on the show, Miss Razzle Dazzle. Shout out to Miss Razzle Dazzle, by the way. One of our biggest supporters, biggest promoters of the show. She was like, she seen the picture, y'all. She's like, those guys look like they're going to be hilarious. And lo and behold.
well, we want to have fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We definitely don't take each other too seriously.
No.
Yeah.
No, some people, you know, I've listened to the show, and I'm a big fan of the conscious movement and the deep-routed stuff that's going on, and we have a little bit of that, and we like to be serious, but we also want to make sure that everyone's having a good time. Right. Because people, I'm a firm believer you can walk and chew gum at the same time.
Agreed.
So, yeah.
Agreed. And that's what I appreciate the most about Grays, because it's like you can have a song like My Life Matters, and then you can have a song like, this is a song I wanted to talk to y'all about, Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, man. I love that song.
I do too. Like, talk to me about that. Like,
so Train hit me up, and he was like, Rone, we got to figure out something different for the album. And we're going through the beats that we had, because we probably had, from different producers, we probably had like 60 or 70 beats that we were just sifting through. And he was like, we got to find something different. Like, I don't want to do the same thing. And I was like, why don't we do a song called Samuel L. Jackson?
Just messing around.
Just joking around.
We're brainstorming, just like whatever stupid idea comes to our head.
And I said that not being too serious about it. And then it's like the light bulb went off over his head. He was like, yes. He was like, we can take all kinds of sound bites and everything like that, integrate them into our verses.
Yeah.
And I was like, so unless you have the album, which you should get the album.
Yes, indeed.
A lot of people haven't heard it because it's Samuel L. Jackson, so it's very explicit.
Yeah. Well, that one we did not send to you. Like, and what's funny about the song is if you listen to it, we're not even profane on the song.
We're not the ones.
That's all Samuel Jackson. He said all the stuff. I'm just saying what he said.
Right. But yeah, it was so fun making it. It was a little challenging for the engineer, which was cool. It was like a puzzle. Yeah. Because with all the different samples at all different levels and everything like that, and fitting them in with us flowing. So, you know, it was challenging, which is what we wanted. Right. You know, it was different. Yeah. Because I ain't never heard a song like it.
Neither have I. That's what I loved about it.
Yeah, and it's one of the fan favorites. People really like.
It was like you had an endless amount of references. Right. The hardest part about
so many movies.
The hardest part about making the song was we were constantly texting back and forth. trying to make sure that we didn't trip over each other.
Right,
Like,
canceled out movies. I was like, I already got this movie.
Right, he already got Hateful Eight. So it's like, all right, well, I get Pulp Fiction, and then you know what I'm saying?
Right.
you get all the Avengers pretty much because he's in all the Avengers.
But he's the
right?
same character.
Same
so
character.
Yeah. So
Gotta keep one eye open. It's a cat.
The snakes on the plane reference. Was
Oh,
hilarious.
that was hilarious. Yeah. Oh, I got Mace Windu. I wanted Mace Windu. I had to get Mace Windu. That's my boy. Yeah. My wife's sitting over there working right now. Her favorite color is purple.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to get her purple lightsaber.
Okay.
Because we're nerds.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, nothing wrong with being nerds. I can identify with that.
Well, thank you.
Absolutely.
So what? How did you discover Grace? I'm interviewing you now. Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, I discovered Grace through the both of you. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? And so I decided to listen to the album. And I mean, the whole album from front to back is a solid album.
Thank you.
know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
Like,
Thank you.
I mean, songs that come to my mind, Samuel L. Jackson. Oh my goodness, it's one where it's a girl singing. I can't.
Win or Lose.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Win or Lose.
Love that song.
Heather Rose. She was amazing. She's a good friend of mine.
It's just one of those songs. It's like when I was listening to it, I was in the car. I was like,
It's got the
beautiful
right
outside.
vibe, right?
Oh my God! It was like had that joint on. It was like maybe like 5 o'clock in the evening, windows down.
It's up to
Man,
you.
oh my goodness! I was like, this is vibes right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's so many gems on the album.
Thank you.
You know
Thank
what I'm
you.
saying? So many gems. So I mean, it's amazing.
Well, you know, when we approach music, we want to make sure that people get. I don't like filler tracks.
Oh, God,
I don't like filler tracks. I want to support my local artists and I want to support major artists. I like art, and I think personally speaking, I feel like the art of the album has been on a decline.
Yes.
Like no one wants to structure a narrative anymore.
Right.
It's like, I'm gonna put this song, song. I'm gonna shout my name out 5 million times on this joint and get mad because I didn't get number one to Billboards.
Presented as an album.
Yeah,
Right.
And it's like to
It's not
this
conceptual. Like it doesn't. Yeah, all go
to
together.
this day, I can listen to Thriller from beginning to end, and I feel a journey when I hear that album. Or you can look at certain like the Back in Black AC/DC, or like just and don't get me wrong, I love older stuff too, but I feel like by the 1970s, I'd say like personally, by my experience, the 1970s, like 1980s, and into the 90s, you started to get narratives. It's like I can listen to Nas I Am from beginning to end. That's how I feel like with a lot of those stuff, and I love that because I'm not a playlist guy.
Yeah.
My people are like, I don't want a playlist. I want to know that it's beginning and end.
Exactly.
I don't want a marathon.
Right.
It's like I do a lot of graphic design work, and I got my headphones on in the office, and so sometimes when I finish the album is usually when I finish the design.
Right.
So that they go together.
Yeah, and I feel like albums should be made that way because I think it's easy for us to say that back in the day there were a lot of more cohesive albums.
Yeah.
There were a lot of albums back then.
Yeah.
That had some, like I listened to some, especially from record labels that made they churned out albums like factories.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it was like the music would sound very similar to other songs. And like it was just something to just fill the album.
I mean, you can go way back.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever listened to like a James Brown album?
Yes.
Not the song.
Yes, an album.
Not a greatest hits. Like listen to the album.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that get lost in time. We're all sitting there waiting for please, please, please. But there's like 2 or 3 other joints where you're like, oh, I didn't know James did that. Yes, he did. He was filling. It was filler. Being completely honest, Ray Charles did it.
Yep.
A lot of guys. Ray Charles did a country song. Shout out to Little Nas X. But Ray Charles did a country song called not Old Town Road. He called Lucky Old Son, Son, which was sung by Johnny Cash and a whole bunch of guys.
Right. Yeah.
And it's like, I don't really care about Lucky Old Son. I just want to get Georgia on my mind and keep it moving.
Right.
I love Ray Charles.
Yeah. But some of those albums had album tracks that was like, yeah, this is probably better than any single that they released from this particular album. And you want albums like that. You want people to make projects like that because it feels complete. It feels like, okay, you took the time to think about every single song on this project.
Yeah.
And that's important, because I'm the same way. I like to listen to whole albums. I don't really like making playlists if I don't have to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I feel like if you're an artist, then part of your art is actually creating an entire project that people don't want to turn off, people don't want to skip.
Mhm.
You know.
Right.
So, and I can definitely say that about Graze. It's a project like front to back.
Hashtag Graze the album. Hashtag Graze all day.
Yes.
Hashtag Rone Train. Hashtag bars on air.
Sure, you ain't got one more?
Hashtag Night Train 357.
Oh man, TT, you got any questions? Yeah. Huh? Not yet. Okay. TT been coming up with her questions on the fly. So,
Okay.
you know.
That's okay. That's all right.
She been freestyling.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk to y'all because now, was it Say What or was it the entire album that was nominated for a Whammy?
Both.
Both. Yeah.
Awesome. So talk about that process of being like that feeling of being nominated, and then like the experience of being like, did y'all go to the awards and everything?
Well, I'll let you talk about the experience first.
So I had got a text message from ADST.
Okay.
Saying, like, showing me like, oh, we were nominated for Say What for Best Hip Hop Song.
Yeah.
So I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like, really? Like, for real?
Yeah.
Like,
Washington American.
I hit up Train.
Washington Area Music Award.
I'm like, hey, Train, have you seen this? And he was like, I think he had just got the text too from ADST. So we're both trying to research it. And at the time, we just thought it was the song.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, that's dope, you know. And then I heard that you had to have, like, someone had to submit it. So I'm thinking it was ADST.
Okay.
So I'm like, yo, did you put this in? He was like, no. And I was like, Train, did you put it in? He was like, no.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, like one of our fans actually submitted it, which is huge in itself.
I didn't force anyone.
Right.
Wow, that's amazing.
Like, which is huge in itself, you know. So I went onto the Whammy site and I'm looking at everything and I'm scrolling and I see Best Hip Hop Album and it's got Graze there.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like, it's
dope.
not just the song, it's the album too. So it was definitely a great feeling to know that we were recognized by the DMV, by our peers, that people were listening. Because it's hard being an independent artist.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
The struggle is real.
Yo, you know how many emails I got? I gotta get back right to work after this interview. Like,
I'm sure.
Like, so, because I'll tell you one thing, like, the way what I felt about that is like, it's easy to get people to support you when all I gotta do is double click their phone screen.
Right.
But you know, when it's time for them to support you, like to buy your project,
right,
or come up to your show, which we will talk about.
Yes,
soon.
which we got one coming up. Then it gets a little weird, you know. It gets a little like, I figure like Cash App be bringing the truth out of people. Ain't
that the truth?
They're like, yo, I ain't
the show. You can just Cash App me like.
But all I got is Venmo. I got that too.
Right,
I got
right,
Squarespace.
right.
I got Western Union.
You have no excuses.
So
I got no excuses.
So getting the Whammies nod was like, man, people were listening. People were really out here supporting us. As far as the actual experience of the Whammies, going to the Whammies, I couldn't make it to the Whammies.
Well, you can tell them why, you know,
I couldn't make it to the Whammies because, one, I coached my son's T-ball team.
Okay.
Shout out to the White Sox.
Family first. Always.
Shout out to the White Sox.
That's right.
So I coached my son's T-ball team.
Okay.
And I was supposed to be going to the Whammies, and I had one of my assistant coaches filling in the coach that day.
Yeah.
And then he did me dirty.
Wow.
He did me dirty.
We ain't gonna name no names, but yeah.
Rome loved the kids, so I had to tell Train, like, look, this is what happened, so I got to take care of this.
Yeah.
So go hold us down.
Yeah, we held it down. You know, the one thing I learned about the Whammies, because we went to the Whammies conference at Decades, and then we went to the ceremony the day after.
Okay.
And what I did learn about Whammies is it really opened my eyes to the DMV. You know, I've always been a fan of local music.
Yeah.
But I was limited to exposure. I was limited to exposure because it's like this hidden jewel. You know, unfortunately, Washington, D.C. we have a great art scene. And Washington, D.C. is constantly overshadowed by who's in the White House, good or bad, whoever you vote for, or whatever political climate it is, or whatever kind of social issue is going on. But there's a lot of art.
A lot.
And I'm an artist myself. I'm a graphic designer. I graduated from Corcoran College of Art and Design.
Oh, wow.
And so I've been in and out of art stuff for a very long time. And I was exposed to the local hip-hop scene by Enoch 7 Prophet.
my man.
Like when we would go to True School back in like 2005, 2006, and he would just openly get everybody up to freestyle, and it helped me get in my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Big shout out to him. He's actually got a song. He got a show at Songbird coming out soon.
Oh, okay.
That's
right. He does.
You got to check it out. He's amazing.
What's funny? My wife, she actually did photography. Well, actually did makeup when he was doing photography.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she was doing makeup for him.
He did a shoot for me a couple years ago, Washington Harbor, with him and a model, my friend Kimmy.
Yeah.
And but it was great. It was like, then I got that exposure. Then I started meeting guys like YU and EXO, and and I love seeing them grow, because it's like, I remember that guy. Like we're all growing old together in the area.
Yeah.
And what that was the starting point. And then I met guys like Artemis, which is Artemis is one of my best friends. Like he produced my first solo album.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yes, almost the whole thing. Him and my friend Blackheart, and these are just friends who's just like, yo, I want to gel with you, and we end up connecting and making good music.
Yeah.
And what's great about that was it opened my mind. But then when I went to the Whammies, it elevated beyond that. It was like, yo, like between that and your show and DC Music Rocks and all these other guys, I'm starting to, like, somebody's like, yo, did you hear that new whatever thing that came out someplace that's not DC? No. But literally on my way here, I was listening to a recommendation. Can't remember his name. Something Cyanide. Can't remember his name off the top of my head. I gotta look it up.
I feel like I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like, yo, this sound is dope. Like, I need to listen to more local stuff, and not just like I said, I'm a fan of all music.
Yeah.
So it's not just hip hop, but it's like, what's going on with with Back Alley, know, like what's going on with like the punk scene, because there's still a lot of punk music out there. Like, like so many. And I want to cross over and work with everybody. I want to cross over and work with everybody. So that's just an eye opener. Beyond and then. Here I am, Internet James won. Yeah, Internet James. And I walked up to Internet James. I said, I'm going to get you next year. Kind of fun. It's like, okay, I can't get mad at the guy who went on tour and had a song with Pusha T.
Right.
I ain't mad at that.
Right.
It's like, all right, cool. So I'm up against that. All right, bet I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Hear me? I'm working on something hot.
Yeah. Shout out to Internet James. He's dope though. Yeah. He's dope. It's Jay Cyanide, ADST.
Jay Cyanide, that's it. Yeah, I just listened to his whole record on the way here. I was like, whoa, this joint is crazy.
Yeah, I've heard some of his stuff. He is dope.
Yeah.
He is dope.
Yeah.
So I wanted to kind of switch gears a little bit. So
yes, sir.
Y'all put out a series a little while ago. Rap Commandments.
The 10 Rap Commandments. 10 Rap Commandments. Oh, man.
Because, like, a lot of this stuff, it kind of speaks to, like, what y'all been talking about, being independent artists, being performing artists, as well. Because you got a lot of people who are great at recording in this.
You did your research.
Of course. Come on, man.
Oh, my God.
You're not messing with a lightweight here.
Okay, all right.
But you got a lot of people out here that don't understand the art of being an independent artist or being a performing artist. And so I wanted to pull a rap commandment for like each of you.
Okay.
I'm gonna start with, I think it's, hold on. I'm gonna start with you, Ron. I think you had rap commandment number 9.
Yes, I did.
Should have been number 1 to me. You don't have any fans, don't sell your CD.
Right.
You're trying to grow your fan base, your music should be free. Sell merch, not music, if you want to grow rapidly.
Exactly. So, you know how many times I've walked into like the mall or at the gas station, and I got the guy trying to peddle me his CD. He got his headphones on, like, hey, and he's trying to get me to buy it. Like, I don't know you from nowhere, yo.
Yeah.
Like, no clue who you are.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you just give me your CD? Just give me the music. Let me hear it. Let me make a decision on whether or not I like it. Yeah. And then I'll look for you and to support you. Like,
don't be desperate.
In the beginning, the idea is to get more people to hear it. So put it out there on the free sites for people to go and download it. Yeah. Or if you're still got a CD, I don't even got a CD player in my car. But if you still got CDs, just give them out, hand them out, for free. And then I'll seek you out.
Yeah.
And if you want to make some money, because, we all got to eat.
Right.
If I like you, I will support you. So then I'll come back and I'll support you. I'll buy your T-shirt or your hat.
Right.
Or if you actually have a studio project, You know, not the couple songs you try to hit me up on the side of the road with. You know, I will come back and I will support you.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm out here doing the same thing. You know, but I think like you're trying to reach as many people as you can with your music.
Yeah.
So that's what I was saying. Like, if you don't have any fans, so those of you who got a ton of fans, you know, go ahead and sell your music, make your money. But if you're starting up, you know, you ain't been nowhere, you ain't done nothing. You know, just let people hear your music.
Exactly.
You know?
So they can actually connect with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was really interesting because, you know, a lot of people, they automatically go off the rip like, I'm trying to make money. And I get it. You know, I think we all get it as artists. But at the same time, it's like, and for me, this was important when I was starting out. Like, I wanted to give people my music for free. Like, no, I don't want you to pay for it off the rip. Like, I want you to get to know me and decide for yourself, I'm going to go on this ride with you. You know, so I'm going to go on this journey with you. So whatever you do, I can stamp it because I already know your pedigree. You know, but if you champ off the break, it's like, and you selling this, even if it's for $5, even if you selling for $1, I'm gonna feel like that's $1 of my money I cannot get back. Because you had me buy this
and people
plate.
Right, pretty much. People will spend that much money at the bar, but they won't buy your music. You know? But at the same time, that I don't know. Rum and Coke is probably gonna give them more joy than your album. You better think.
I mean, it's when I feel like I buy somebody's album, like I have an expectation. And I'm not listening to it like carefree. Like, so if someone runs up on me at the gas station, it's like $5.
Yeah.
Like, I expect something from this album.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, it better be worth my $5.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, because I got a hot dog and something to drink and a bag of chips or something.
Especially if it's a Wawa, because a Wawa hot dogs are dope. Right. I would love something in Maryland. I go to Wawa. So to piggyback off what you're saying, Rone, yes, I totally agree. I think that, you know, we all need to get paid. I need to fund it. I don't want to go broke making music. I want to balance my life. You know, I wrote a song called Balance It All. It's on another album. Like to hear it. Here it goes. It's really good. Check it out. Nighttrain357.com. But it is a balancing act to be an artist, especially an independent artist. And you want to make, I don't think that you need to limit your quality because you don't have it like that or you don't have enough money. You have to be really smart about it. At the end of the day, yes, you should you want to force it. You want to let people hear that, and if they like it, they will come back to you. They will come to your show. They will buy your merchandise. They will support you at any capacity they can. But at the end of the day, music and art in general is not really. If you want to make money, be a doctor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be a lawyer. Like, you know, it's like I made some tough decisions in my life, and I said I got friends of mine who I got a friend of mine who works at Netflix making like 6 figures.
Wow.
And she used to be a graffiti artist.
Shout out to Netflix.
Yes.
Yeah. She used to be She used to be a creator. Now she able to afford 2 kids, live like Silicon Valley, And so it's a give and take in life. It's like, you know, there are certain priorities. Music is a priority to mine. So my lifestyle, everything that I do is revolving around the arts in general. And so I make those decisions. Now, if I wanted to become a tech guy and, you know, make a decent chunk of change, and someone said, Steve, you got to, Steve, my government name. Steve, you got to do, you know, studio time. It's like, you got to get ready studio time. I'd say, please. My mother always like, Steven, how much money you spend at the studio time? I don't know, Mom. How many times you go to Macy's and buy the same pair of jeans and then realize you got the same pair of jeans and then you give it to my wife, which is creepy. I don't want to see my wife in mom jeans.
I was going to say.
Bree said a personal problem. But yeah. Anyway.
Oh, man.
Mic drop.
All right. So I'm going to pull in another rap commandment, this time from you, Train. So number 8. This one, oh, my gosh. Make sure you have your instrumentals. If your beat has bars on it, it's a sing-along, fool. Oh, my God. I cannot tell you how many times I've been to open mics or shows where people... You see it on award shows.
Lord,
people are literally rapping over their own verses. I'm like, like, why? Like, if I wanted to hear this, I could literally just turn on the record.
Right.
Versus listening to you rap over yourself.
Okay, so there's a technical reason for that. underground old school. A lot of times you don't get your instrumental because when you starting at the bottom, you got to, let's be real, you go on an open mic, you got a PA system. That's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a couple years ago, I did a show, we did an audition for this show for Wu-Tang Clan.
Okay.
And we opened up for, it was a competition, and, you know, shout out to Colt Sievers, because he was managing the clan at the moment. We were in Gatesburg.
That's a dope name, by the way.
Colt Sievers. Yeah.
Yes,
He's a dope dude, and and so he put me on, and I was like, yo, let's you know, but during the competition, the PA system was so bad that you couldn't hear what I was saying.
Wow.
So it was all of my performance and animation, and then the judges who were judging us that day, they said, I couldn't tell what you were saying at all because PA system was messed up, but I could tell from your energy. So I got on. My girl Mana got on. She's doing her thing. She's not in the area anymore. I think she's in I forget where she is right now. But Mana was doing her thing, and also Logic was there.
Okay.
So he was doing his thing too.
Wow. How about that?
We ended up opening with Logic.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. Yeah.
So I went to. Do you know who said that first to me? Was Redman. I went to go see Redman. He's one of my favorite. He's my top 5 MCs. Yeah. And I went to go see Redman in Baltimore, and he stops the crowd and he says, if you see an MC that gets up on stage and he rapping over his track, you slap that. You know, yes, because for crying out loud, it's like, yes, give me something, give me energy. You know, the reality is, unlike, and I listen to a lot of genres of music.
Yeah.
When you a rock band and you got a full band and you got a bass guitar player and a lead guitar, and all you gotta do is stand there and play. You ain't gotta do nothing else. Right. When you an MC, is 2 turntables and a microphone. That DJ has got to kill it, and you have to work that stage like you are a band. Exactly. I do not care. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit that.
No, it's all good.
I do not care.
Do it all the time.
So it's like, it drives me nuts. And again, I'll listen. I'll give you I ain't gonna do it.
Right.
I ain't gonna do it. If my peoples is paying $10, $20, $30 or whatever to see me, I'm gonna give them a show.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what it's about at the end of the day. Speaking of shows, nice segue into the show on the 6th, July 6th.
I did that on purpose.
Yes. And I set the questions up on purpose.
I threw that in the room before I got here.
So y'all are headlining.
Oh yeah.
On July 6th at Rock and Roll Hotel. So tell us about that show that's coming up.
Yeah, so that show is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
One, Rock and Roll Hotel. Shout out to Rock and Roll Hotel. It's a great venue.
Yes, it is.
It's really dope. It has like 3 levels. You got the performance venue, and like a club level, then a rooftop, which we're going to party on the rooftop after the show.
Yeah. All right. We old, so I'm taking a nap. I'll stay up that night. Go to Insomnia Cookies.
But the show's going to be crazy.
Oh my goodness.
July 6th. Doors open at 8. Show starts at 9. We got Suave, who's a R&B / like pop cat.
Okay.
We got Rachada, 1800 Rachada, who's reggaeton.
Okay.
He's dope.
Okay.
Right? He's dope. And he was just down in Miami shouting the show out. But yeah, he's something different, something that we don't always see. In the local hip hop, DMV hip hop scene. And then we got Subliminal Thought, which is Jamel, Mr. City, and Kenworth Katrina.
Shout out.
With
Ro B. They're coming to shut it down.
That's what's up.
We got a special
guest.
Okay.
We're going to say that.
Okay. All right.
It's a secret. You can find out more about this by going to Night Train 357 on Instagram.
Boom.
It's a secret. We ain't revealing it yet.
But the show's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
We're really excited about the show. This is our 2nd time at Rock and Roll.
Okay.
The first time we opened up for Ethan Spalding.
Trap rock.
Okay.
And that was a great show.
Yeah.
The energy and the place was just amazing. So we reached back out to them and they were like, "Yeah, we would love to have you."
Yeah.
And we got July 6th.
Hit us up for tickets.
Weekend.
Yeah. Go to Rock and Roll.
RockandRollHotelDC.com. Yeah.
Yes,
and get your tickets. Tickets are only $12.
Only $12?
$15 at the door.
$15 at the door.
Yeah. So.
Well, I like Rone Train so much, I'm just gonna pay the $15.
No. Hey, you can pay the $15 at the door if you want. Or you can slide into our DMs.
Yeah.
At
you can hit me up. Cash App, Venmo, Square.
I got them all. Zelly. I got ones I never heard about. Because I'm telling you, it brings the truth out.
I got man. People be like, I don't know if I got Apple Pay, Google Pay, Apple Google Pay.
I'm on my way pay. Like I'll be at your house in a minute. Get that $12 right.
Yeah. I'm still in that. I'm on my way pay.
I like that. I'm gonna patent that out. Right. I'm on my way pay. You pay and a brother show up to your house. Where my money
definitely
at?
check us out. It's really cool though.
Absolutely. I already got my ticket, so
thank you so much.
I appreciate your support, bro.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's another thing too about support. It's like, we don't do it for the money, but when it is a paid show, basically, and this is being completely transparent and honest. Yeah. That money that we're making is not in our pockets. It's to filter to support. We make sure everybody on our team eats before us. Right. I ain't a millionaire, but I'm gonna take what I can. We're gonna cipher it in, and we're gonna support the people who are on stage with us. Right. It's I'm too old for. We ain't no way. We grown. Right. We on that freebie stuff, man. So it's like Exactly. I want to make sure people eat. At the very least, that's what it's like buy a sandwich, something, right? Hot dog at Wawa, right? Something.
Yeah. So, you got it. You good? You good? I'm good. You good? No,
are we intimidating?
You just enjoying the conversation?
Yeah.
Okay. So let everybody know where they can find Grays, and where they can connect with both of you on social media.
There's some Grays over here. There's some Grays over there.
There's Grays right here.
There's Grays right here. Exactly. Yeah. I got a couple on the head. My wife is waiting for the Grays to come in. I'm like, no, I'm not ready for the Grays yet.
You ready for that distinguished look? Is that what?
Yeah, she wants distinguished look, right? On that Idris Elba stuff. I'm like, I ain't Idris. I'm working at the gym now. But no,
Gray's not gonna make you beautiful. You still gonna be ugly. Just ugly with Gray. Gruggly.
I'm gonna get you after this. You gonna put me on blast like that? This how rap beefs start. So we're gonna. You can go to all social platforms. We're streaming everywhere. We're on Tidal. We're on Spotify. I strategically said Tidal first because shout out to JC.
Bang.
Apple. I think everywhere.
We're everywhere. We're streaming everywhere.
SoundCloud. You can download it. You can get direct links at nighttrain357.com/Grays. And you can also check us out on social media. I'm on Twitter as Train357, and everywhere else, Facebook and Instagram is Nighttrain357. And Rone?
I'm at cbk.life. CoolblackKid.life is where you can find me.
I was wondering what the CBK stood for.
Yeah, it means a lot of different things.
I never knew that. I just learned that.
Depending on who I'm talking to at the time.
I thought it was comeback
what
kid.
It means. Sometimes it means comeback kid. Sometimes it means cool black kid.
Yeah.
I'm a cool black kid.
I like that.
Yeah, he thinks he is.
So you can check us out there. You can get Grays there. You can get tickets there. At all those various locations.
Links to everything.
Yeah, there's links everywhere.
I got spreadsheet watching people. I don't play. I got Google Sheets. I work with project managers at my job. They taught me about spreadsheets. I'm all about the spreadsheet life.
Hey,
I know where all the money is, man.
You got to. Yeah. You got to. Absolutely.
If you hustling in the game and you on the bottom, learn spreadsheets, man. Like, that's what I'm talking about. You on the corner, you got sell a little something. You be like, yo, let me look at this Google Sheets real quick. I got that stuff right here. Wait, it's loading. All right, bet. Let's go. Let me put a note right here. Yeah, you got 2 pounds. So yeah.
Oh man, so I just want to thank y'all for coming on Bars.
Thank you.
Appreciate you for having us, man.
Hey man, y'all welcome back anytime.
Your show is great. I love it. It's like, you listen to it all day. And also, again, I don't know everybody, and there's a lot of people out there, but it's great to be exposed, to have these type of avenues, to be exposed to artists in our area, especially in the DMV, because we are swelling with so much talent.
Yes, we are. Fun. Yes, we are.
And I have one more thing to say before we So after we're going to continue to do stuff forever because we family. I'm actually working on another project as well in the interim. I'm going to be working a lot with ADST actually, which you're wearing his merch.
That's right.
That's right. I think that's one of the rap commandments. Tell merch, not sell that merch. Number
9.
And another thing that I learned I wanted to say about the whammies and about being exposed to different artists is I recently had a situation where there were some, people I wanted to hop on a song. They weren't able to make it. So I just went on social media and I was like, hey, I need somebody to hop on this song. I need to provide vocals for da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Actually got a great song. I cannot wait to release it. And I let Rone hear it. And it was, we're not going to release it today because this is Grays all day.
Right.
But, and I'm just giving an example of the people that I meet.
Yeah.
And I met an amazing, you got to check her out, soul singer name is Cecily.
Cecily.
Okay. I never heard nobody sing like this. She sounded like Minnie Riperton, reincarnated. I never heard it. She won a best soul album for DMV.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, and she's working on something this July, so I'm plugging her because, she don't realize that when she got on the track, she stuck with me.
Did you have something on Instagram about her? I think it was like
yes,
yeah.
Yes. We were in the studio not too long ago in our Nice Guy Studios in Waldorf, Maryland. That's where it's a home base.
Shout out to Ron Vento.
Church. That's a church.
Okay.
I'm going away, but why you go all the way to Waldorf? Because you heard the songs. They that hot. That's why.
I record out Waldorf too.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
When you got somebody, you make that hype.
Plus, I get to go to Wawa.
Shout out to Wawa. We need sponsorship.
Right. Your hot dogs are bomb. And actually, I think I'm a big fan of their apple fritters. Apple fritters.
Yes,
I love their apple fritters.
Are good. Yes,
branding.
indeed.
That's how you do it.
Yes.
While you're listening.
Hey, holla.
A whole song about that.
So I'm gonna let y'all introduce one of my favorite songs.
Okay.
On Grays.
Okay.
Turn It Up.
Oh. Wrong. I love this song.
Yeah. So this song actually it was the brainchild of Train. So I can't even take credit for it. He was like mumbling like a hook, and then it kind of developed into the full hook. Yeah. And initially I was like, I don't know. But then when I really started thinking about it, I was like, actually, I could talk about this all day. I could talk about this all day. And basically, it's just like two guys connecting for a guy's night out and realizing they ain't the young guys they used to be, that they got responsibilities and things they have to take care of.
Right.
And the scene is just a little bit different from when it was when they were young.
Yeah.
You know, and that's Turn It Up.
Yeah.
And it's definitely our calling card for the Grays album.
Yeah, people love it. People, like our friends, really listen to it.
Yeah. It's like the one song at a show where the audience is rapping it right along with you, which is dope.
The last gig we did, my sister, she I love my sister, and she'd never come to one of the shows. She knew every word.
Wow.
And I was just like, wow, Candace, I didn't realize you really listened to it.
Yeah. I know that's a great feeling.
That was a really great feeling.
Yeah.
So Turn It Up.
Yeah. It's about a failed guy's night. It's about the reality is it ain't gonna be like it was back in the day. I'm happy wife, happy life.
There you go.
I'm very happy, but sometimes you want to try to embody those glory days, but you realize, look, man, I can't get it. People be, and this is reality, man. This is our life.
Yeah.
Rone is a homeowner. He just bought a house.
Yeah.
He built a house.
I'm a homebody.
Yeah.
Except for July 6th at Rock Road.
Yeah, right. Exactly. You might see me out in D.C. a little bit more than Rone because Rone taking care of his family. You heard this story about T-Ball. It's like, family first, period.
Right.
And then we can get to the music. God first if you want to get spiritual.
Right.
But it's like, you have to structure priorities. And then when you get, but also got to find when to make time for yourself. And that's basically what it's about.
Yeah.
We try to, and then we got to wrap up early.
Let's turn it up.
I was going to say one thing before we play it.
Uh-huh.
The tampon run.
The infamous.
Okay, yes. So let's talk about tampons.
Let's not talk about tampons.
No, let's talk about tampons.
Let's talk about the husband having to make the tampon run.
Yes, okay, this thing is, now here's the funny thing about the tampon run. If my wife needs sports fit, I'm getting sports fit.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
There's none of that. I'm done with personally, I'm a grown man. The taboo, the funny thing about it is the taboo is.
You didn't feel no kind of way?
Not feel no kind of way.
Just up there with the milk.
It was just go for it, right? What am I going to be funny? Look, I used to be. We all were teenagers. You know how many times I had to sandwich my Playboy in between, like the source or something like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
the source.
I don't know something. You know, it's like, you know, we all we all been to that one video store. You know what I'm saying? The one on Central Avenue.
Yep.
But would you get the black bag? I was at that joint. I'm gonna keep it PC. But I remember I was at this joint one time, and this guy was on his phone. He's on his cell phone. He's talking.
Yeah.
And this is the conversation I'm hearing. He's like, "Hello, yeah, I'm driving right now, cause the window's up." That's literally what he said. So once you've done all that, tampon runs me nothing.
Good point.
I'm happily married.
I don't know, I was kind of like weird the very first time I had to do that.
Right.
I was like, you want me to get what? I mean,
right.
I don't want to mess up my sheets. So.
Yeah.
But so I got you.
You do it.
I got you, but I've never done this.
Man, you a real man if you gotta get your joint.
What if there's somebody else in the aisle with me?
Right.
What if there's a lady with me?
Right. What am I gonna do? Is like, yo, you not getting this. You wanna, you do the things.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta maintenance.
Oh yeah,
it's about maintenance.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to. It's a team. It's a group effort.
There you
absolutely.
go.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Team
Trust
tampon.
Trust me, I understand. I understand. Yeah. All right, so we gonna go ahead and play "Turn It Up," Rone Train, right here on the official Hump Day Motivation for the DMV and beyond. This is Bars.
Cool. Thank you so much. Okay. Hope we weren't too trying to be.
Affirmation. Play action.
I kept turning to you.
Man, come on, man.
You gotta let it breathe sometimes.
I'm home.
Let the question.
Alone, text Rome.
What up?
I don't know what's going on.
That's
Just got off my shift, about to run to the crib and change real quick.
Coincidence, me too. I was just playing that name, really got nothing to do.
I like conversation.
You trying to get a drink then?
Why not? It is the weekend, and I was thinking maybe we can do it like we did way back when.
Usually it just works out this way, like they team up questions. So it doesn't have to seem like
get some hen dog, hit a spot in the cut by the strip mall.
Sip on the fifth dog, hit up the strip ball, cut up in the vapors like we listen to the Bismarck.
The little shorty with the two friends.
No, radio.
I'm gonna hit him with the Rick James.
Man, I'm tripping. We on our air.
What the hell's that?
Hot pockets in the kitchen.
Cool, but what's the alibi? Whose car broke down? Who died? Can't tell the truth to my wife. Wanna turn up if I turn up?
Yo. That dude go and dance. I tell the truth cause I'm a grown man. Give a notice with no advance.
You tell your wife that?
Not a chance. We gonna turn it up. Turn it up tonight. Don't tell the wife. Don't tell the wife. We gonna turn it up. Turn it up tonight. Don't tell the wife. You might lose your life. We gonna turn it up. Turn it up tonight. Don't tell the wife. Don't tell the wife. Yo, we gonna turn it up. Turn it up tonight. Don't tell the wife. You might lose your life.
Feels good. Be out the house, first rounds on me. What you thinking about?
I'm thinking gin. I'm thinking rum. I'm thinking the night has just begun.
I'm down. Then let's get 2 beers right now. And then shots all around.
Shots all around?
Yeah, shots all around.
Shots all around?
Shots all around.
Yo, let the cash flow. Look at that though. She got it locked from the front to the back though. Feeling good even if the music whack though. Beat sitting on the couch eating nachos.
I got a buzz. Real quick, don't let me forget. I need to get some.
Like what?
Milk, eggs, wheat, bread, laundry soap, and some more coffee.
Man, I don't want to hear that, son. But it doesn't mind me. I gotta make a tampon run.
You a grown man making a tampon run?
Man, you gotta make compromises. Let's have fun.
Okay, bartender. Give me something strong.
Yo. But Ron, I'm down to turn it up. But how we getting home?
Where the DJ?
Dude with the iPad.
Where the girls at?
They on iChat.
Well, iChat.
What does that mean, son?
I don't know. I got a motherfucking Samsung.
I called up some girls.
I don't know none, except my wife, of course.
Well, we're here. Let's get some.
But we might get divorced.
We gonna turn it up. Turn it up tonight. Don't tell the wife. Don't tell the wife. We gonna turn it up. Turn it up tonight. Don't tell the wife. You might lose your life. We gonna turn it up. Turn turn it up tonight. Don't tell the wife. Don't tell the wife. Yo, we gonna turn it up. Turn it up tonight. Don't tell the wife. You might lose your life.
I'm down for the turn up, but that lady over there, she knows my wife.
You talking about that waitress by the bar? Do you think she's a spy?
And my wife keeps texting me, questioning me. This chick.
Yo, this chick's gonna blow my high.
Plus, it's like 9:45.
I got work in the morning. Alarm clock goes off at 5. Well, that's it.
What a night, man.
It was, yeah, what, 10
We
o'clock?
gonna turn it up.
Man, we getting old. Man.
Yeah, no, you getting old. Did you hear that?
We gonna turn it
song that
up.
was on the radio the other?
What's your turn it up, John?
No, our stuff. No. Yeah,
We gonna turn it up.
I don't. What did we used to do back in the day?
I don't know, but I know you need to hurry up and get them tampons on.
Sports.
We gon' turn it up. Turn it up tonight. Don't tell the wife.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Don't tell the wife.
Happy
We
wife.
gonna turn it up.
Happy life.
Turn it up tonight. Don't tell the wife. You might lose your life. We gon' turn it up. Turn it up tonight. Don't tell the wife. Don't tell the wife. Yo, we gonna turn it up. Turn it up tonight. Don't tell the wife. You might lose your life. We gon' turn it up.
It's time to get back to AJ Throwback and Bars, only on WinDCRadio.com and the WinDC Radio app, powered by GoWin.media.
Yeah. Once again, that was Rone Train. You even got the shirt.
Got the merch.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's how you do it. That's how you do it right there. Turn it up, Rone Train. Of course, I gotta close out with a few things for the show. So, lunching with the Mrs. Quick story. And I actually, I hope she don't mind me telling this story, but I really had to fight myself from wanting to go up to the Hilton Garden Inn because she was getting away for the weekend because she got to deal with a 4-year-old, all that. She's stay at home mom.
Why'd you do that? Shame on you.
Look.
Shame.
So she needed time away. She didn't want to hear him whining and asking a million and one questions.
Being a 4-year-old.
Yeah, exactly. Being a 4-year-old.
Right.
So she gets away, and she's trying to relax, and she's having a relaxing weekend till the day she has to check out, and she's trying to find out why she was billed instead of being billed when Booking.com first, when she first got the room, she got hit that day, and so she's thinking it's already paid for.
Right.
They hit the card. She's trying to get clarification on it. So the girl at the counter, she's being a jerk, and so she's like, "Well, may I speak to your manager, please?" And she was like, "Okay, fine." But she seemed like she didn't want to do it, and she was taking her sweet time getting him there. So she, the girl that she's talking to, black girl. So she brings out the manager, white dude. He comes out, and
we're gonna call him Brad.
Yes, we'll call him Brad. So Brad
comes out.
Brad comes out, and he's trying to manage the situation, and so the girl is trying to talk over him, and so she was like, "Well, hold on, this is what your manager is here for. Why are you in the conversation?" And so the guy's like, "I don't appreciate you being disrespectful. If you be disrespectful like that again, I'm gonna have to call the police." And she's like, "Whoa.
Right.
Why are we calling the police?"
Calm down, Brad.
Right. Calm down, Brad.
I know you went to Ivy League and you're just a manager at a Hilton now. But that's probably because Daddy didn't get you that nice office job that you wanted, and this is not our problem.
Exactly. Yeah. So Brad darn near escalated the situation. And
Willikers.
Yeah, and she left. And what she did was she called Hilton, called corporate. Like, look, this is what just happened. In this climate, I feared for my life. Because, I mean, let's keep it real. In fact, I want to say there was an episode of United Shades of America, W. Kamau Bell. The last episode that was on Living While Black, they talked about an incident that happened where there was a guy who was at a Starbucks, and the police were called, and they didn't see anything wrong. So the manager, dissatisfied with how they were responding to it, calls one of his buddies from the police. He comes there, shoots and kills the guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So thinking about that, that's exactly why when my wife told me that she left, I was like, babe, you did the right thing by just walking out.
Absolutely.
Because in a situation like that, with everything that's going on, it could easily go dark that quickly.
Yeah.
Just because somebody, you know, because for me, for him to say disrespectful, I'm like, that's cold, dog. That's cold. That's cold for, that's a black woman speaking to you authoritative.
What is the definition of disrespectful?
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know.
Y'all don't know what disrespectful is. You know, it's like, you know, somebody, especially a black woman, she raises her voice.
Right.
And suddenly,
because she wants clarification. She didn't curse. She didn't do anything crazy, but she elevated her voice enough to let them know, like, look, I mean business. Like, you're not going to take me lightly. You know. So,
you know what's funny about situations like that, and I say this often, people, and this is coming from a black man, in the right situation, people do not, they don't listen until you put some bass in your voice.
Right, exactly.
And I'm talking about on little stuff. I'll call, like, you know, one of the cable companies or something and ask them to take this service off, put this service on or whatnot. I have to call you 2 or 3 times when you come out to my house. So by time 4 or 5, and they do this little play game thing where, you know, every single time you talk to somebody, my grandma taught me this. Every time you talk to somebody, you're a different person. So then I have to write down the names, the times, the department of everybody I talk to. So by the time I get bucked, I've got I've got stuff in my back pocket to say, look, if James, Brian, Joseph, Jingleheimer, if they had done their job, I wouldn't be at this level right now.
Right.
But you got to do all of that back and front. I know that as a black man, now as a black woman, like, you know, all those stereotypes that if you suddenly raise your voice,
right,
it's very disheartening.
Right.
You know, and she actually did the right thing. So,
yeah, absolutely. So she's trying to get her money back too. So yeah, Hilton, move on that.
Hilton, come
ASAP.
on, man, get your stuff together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can cash in all my rewards points.
So that's the luncheon with the Mrs. Today. It's really the Mrs. dealing with people who lunch.
Right. but I mean, you know, that again, actually I'm talking too much. I'm gonna say something. Tied in with my life matters.
Something. Well, your life does matter, man. It matters to me.
It makes. That was terrible. That was terrible. Terrible radio.
Oh man. So we're gonna go ahead and roll with the birthday shout outs. Geminis out there, Team Gemini. My Uncle Donald. Shout out my Uncle Donald. My man Akil, Marcus Allen, Stephanie Sowers. It's a lot of people with birthdays today.
Oh yeah.
Carmen Berry and DJ Super Dave, who actually DJ'd one of my first sets that I ever did in New York City. Shout out to them celebrating birthdays today. Talithia Vanessa celebrating birthdays on Friday. My homegirl Marion, who's actually going to be on my album, celebrating birthday on Saturday, June 15th. My cousin Jomo, my man Taboo TMF, who I'm actually on a song with on my man Pat P's album that's coming out on August 20th.
Which I need to hear. I need to get all the information.
Oh yeah. Oh, we gonna do a lot of trading after the show. Trust and believe. And my man Kenny Robeson celebrating birthdays on June 16th on Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all of y'all. If you're fathers. My man Anthony Njoku celebrating a birthday on June 17th. Baki from EverythingDMVRadio.com. Tish and Tahir celebrating birthdays next Tuesday. Let's roll with this before we close out. Let me actually pull it up.
Words of wisdom to get you through the rest of your week. These are the bars for life.
So, Frederick Douglass. You don't know who Frederick Douglass is, kill yourself. Frederick.
was that directed to the president? No, my great ancestor actually worked with Frederick Douglass.
Really?
Yeah.
How about that?
Maryland, we were tobacco slaves, and so we got root. My mother's side of the family, we got roots here. My father's from Georgia.
Okay.
But we go back.
Look at how the all ties in.
Oh yeah. Frederick Douglass, what up?
Yes.
I know who you are. He Black Santa Claus. Black Santa Claus.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. He got a beard like Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
People say, well, why is Santa black? Who's Frederick Douglass? He didn't give me a toy train, but he got me the Emancipation Proclamation. Real talk.
Oh man. So
shout out to Black Santa Claus.
So Black Santa Claus is a quote for today. Where justice is denied, where poverty is enforced, where ignorance prevails, and where any one class is made to feel that society is an organized conspiracy to oppress, rob, and degrade them, neither persons nor property will be safe. And given everything that we've talked about today, between Kenithia being on earlier, between what I just described with my wife, yes.
Amen.
That says it all.
Yeah.
I don't even need to add nothing to that. Yeah.
Mic drop.
Yes, that's a mic drop.
That's a mic drop. Black Santa, we out.
Yes. Make sure y'all stay tuned later today. DMV Culture Club from 6 to 8 p.m. and Grind Season Radio from 8 to 10 p.m. right here on WinDCRadio.com. The WinDC Radio app, Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Many of these are available on. And of course, it's all powered by GoWin.media. Special shout out once again to Kenithia Alson for talking to us earlier. Make sure y'all, if you can, make it out to the Vigil Blind Wino, 700 Delaware Avenue Southwest. If you can, come out. I want to say it starts at 6 if I'm not mistaken. And like she said, she will have t-shirts at the event, Black Lives Matter t-shirts. And once again, shout out to my special guests, Rone Train. Absolutely. TT.
Hello?
Yes, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you coming
Oh,
through.
TT, you're here. Oh, gosh. I didn't even see you there.
She's been staying low. She's been staying low today. and of course, the lovely Mrs. for coming through.
Brianna Night Train.
Yes.
She's not Brianna Night Train. Brianna.
Yes,
Also,
Brianna, for coming out as well.
Also a graphic artist.
Oh wow, okay.
Yes.
All
So
right.
hit one of us up. You can always link to me, and we are a graphic designing duo.
Yes.
So we do a lot of creative stuff. We actually did Harlem's album on WKYS.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I did a couple of things in the area. So yeah.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
But come with your pocketbook.
Yeah. Not cheap. Not with the work I've seen. They shouldn't be. Not at all.
Award winner. I'm a one more thing because I run my mouth too much. We Whammy nominated. I'm a Whammy nominated Addy. That's a National Design Award winning black belt.
Yes.
110%.
Yes.
And this man right here.
Yeah.
This man.
Yeah.
Powerlifting champ. Of Maryland. Power. He don't even talk about it. I do all the talking. He don't even talk about
Me
it.
and TT on Team Silent.
Yeah.
Team Silent.
Powerlifting. No. Powerlifting champ of Maryland.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. See, talents on top of talents on top of talent.
Proud Marine. Thank you for your service, sir.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for your service. Yes. So, and shout out to Team Boss once again for coming through every single week like y'all always do. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Shout out my man. I gotta shout out my man Calvin Williams. I know you've been watching the whole time. Shout out to you, Lush Vibes Radio. If y'all not following him across the board on social media at Lush Vibes Radio, do so right now. Not right now, right now. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Let me see who else. Oh, shout out my man Derek Jones, Car Logic, coming on later tonight, 8 o'clock. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Periscope. Make sure y'all please support that brother right there. And shout out to everybody who peeked their head at Shamaika. I seen you. You know what I'm saying? Young Blood, I see you, brother. Appreciate you for tuning in. So we're gonna go ahead and close out with another Rone Train track. My favorite track on Graves. Favorite track right here. This is My Life Matters. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all tune in next week. We have my cousin Tamara Cole of Wilman's Batter coming in, and also AP Fresh coming in as well. Tamara will be here at 11:15, AP Fresh at 12 o'clock, so make sure y'all stay tuned for that show. And y'all have a great rest of your week. Thank you once again for tuning in. We'll see y'all next Wednesday. Peace out. For the official Hump Day motivation for the DMV and beyond. Can't forget that part. Peace.
Bless you. You holding in that sneeze like.
They say my life doesn't matter.
Turn her head.
My life doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Well, thank you
They
guys
say
very
my
much.
life doesn't matter. But
Yeah,
my
that was
life
fun.
matters to me.
Let everybody know you power.
Me. They say my life doesn't matter. My life doesn't matter. They say my life doesn't matter. But my life matters to me. Me. Deportation, vetted immigration, resegregation, problems affecting nations since the day of its creation. Pipelines designed for climate devastation, blaming those of color for the drugs and the raping. Guns everywhere and nobody's watch where they're aiming. The evidence what you're saying. Selected administration that makes it quite clear that you surround yourself with folks that identify with your fears. Wouldn't let you in the store if a brother was queer. Wouldn't use the front door if a brother was near. Won't pay a woman as much unless she unbuttons her brassiere. Say all life matters but won't support when the babies are here. How you think we should react when we've been treated unfair? Am I supposed to sit back and accept it? Except not to object it like it was your prime directive? No. Has a stand, God willing and able. How you gonna eat without a seat at the table? Snowflakes and avalanches extend from similar branches. Disenfranchising the masses so we take advantage before the powers that be eat us away like a cancer. Alternative facts and data or merely chitter chatter. How you gonna tell our daughters and our wives don't matter? How you gonna tell us our sons and families don't matter? How dare you try to tell me that my life doesn't matter? Come on. They say my life doesn't matter. My life doesn't matter. They say my life doesn't matter. But my life matters to me. Me. They say my life doesn't matter. My life doesn't matter. They say my life doesn't matter. But my life matters to me. Me.
I've been thinking about converting. Assalamu Obama, I put this on my mama. I've been doomsday prepping, yep, loading up all my weapons. I'm nervous, this here ain't working, just working. My mental state uncertain. And certain persons are purposely pressed with hurting me. Popping Percocets rapidly to numb my pain. Personally searching for answers, frantic, not trying to panic, but man, it's just crazy antics. Damage my sanity, well-being and family. The devil is a lie. Stay woke and focused. The POTUS is the devil in disguise, fueled by hate. Love will get you killed, fools will say. But lack of love got us in the situation we face. Between the haters, the great debaters, the promise breakers, the do it laters, the bar deflators. Yeah, it's all a mess. We need to rise up. Wise up, count our blessings that the Almighty provides us. I'm feeling righteous, break out your lighters, peaceful protest, no need for violence. I mean, I matter than most, but what matters the most is that we all stand united. At this time, nothing they do or they say should surprise us. Stand for something or fall for anything. Your life does matter.
They say my life doesn't matter. My life doesn't matter. They say my life doesn't matter. But my life matters to me. Me. They say my life doesn't matter. My life doesn't matter. They say my life doesn't matter. But my life matters to me. Me.
They say my life doesn't matter. My life doesn't matter. They say my life doesn't matter. But my life matters to me. Me.
They say my life doesn't matter. My life doesn't matter. They say my life doesn't matter. But my life matters to me.
My life
Bars.
That's it.
I did it. Mommy did it?
Yes.
Oh. You want to do bars?